with what he said and what his character did, which is entirely the writer. I thought he gave the only really naturalistic performance there.
Yes.
There were some others that were decent. Both kids were okay. His wife was okay.
Right.
And then there were others that were just atrocious.
I wonder if, because I looked this up, and Endeavor, this show is an Endeavor show,
right.
and Endeavor is a talent agency.
Okay.
And so I wonder if it's that they've pulled people that need work from their retinue of and they're like, well, we'll throw Remi in because he's a big star and he'll get an executive producer, and then we'll just throw in any other voiceover artist we have in our...
Arguably, I mean, the other principle here is Valerie Spencer's Mount. Have either of you ever heard of Valerie Spencer?
No, right. I've never...
I wonder if she's rep by Endeavor.
I mean, she might be.
Yeah, so you might be right about that. But because, again, I thought the writing was so poor. I thought the storytelling was so poor. I thought the decisions the characters make are ridiculous.
It's just stupid.
I thought the voice acting, again, in these really caricatures of New England accents were so bad. The show actually made me angry while I was listening because of all these things. It was maddening.
They go, we're going to hang him. And he goes, no, don't hang him. They go, okay, we'll banish you instead.
Right.
And you're like, how is this fucking Romeo and Juliet? Who gets fucking banished? How do you banish somebody in America in these modern times?
Well,
I mean, that's basically as good as death. It's like we're going to leave him to the bears.
Sure, right. Well, I think that was the whole idea.
But of course, they sneak him in.
Yes,
nobody will know. So
spoilers for Blackout. So that's why I say
we knew there were spoilers.
So you say, yeah, we're talking about it. It's a little bit spoilers. Doug, hit me.
Okay, well, there are truly, a gazillion reasons not to like this podcast. And I think I'm, for the most part, on board with most of them. But I also am I'm a fan of Rami Malek's.
Yeah,
sure.
Am I even saying his name right?
Yeah,
it's one of those names.
Remi.
Rami. Yeah, Remi.
We'll ask
whatever
him.
his name is.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Me too,
Mr. Malek. If you're nasty,
sure. If you're nasty.
So I'm giving it a 3, not because this season necessarily deserves a 3,
okay,
but because of the promise of a better season 2. The potential. Right. I think it's they've crammed everything in like you do with a podcast or with a pilot for a show.
Right.
You got to introduce all these people. You got to introduce the storyline. Don't worry that it's not a great episode, because if you look at most television shows, the pilot is the worst
They
episode.
can be clunky for sure. Like Parks and Rec had a really bad first season of the first 6 episodes where they were trying to find their voice and figure out the characters.
Sure.
So I'm
hopeful.
hopeful.
Into a great show. So
so I'm hopeful.
Okay.
I'm giving it a 3 because I'm gonna tune in for season 2.
Right.
As I mentioned at the very beginning of this, I didn't even realize that this was the end of season 1.
Right.
I'd already set it on my favorite. I was looking forward to next week getting another episode.
Sure.
I'm hopeful that it turns into a story of survival of this family. And it focuses on this family and what they encounter. And
You're
if they
hoping
encounter
it takes a breath and slows down.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. If they end up back in that same town, I'm out. If they end up in a sister town that's the same exact thing, I'm out.
Right. I think if they make a strong departure, if they make a strong left turn into season 2. And the other thing is, I think that John and I definitely are nitpickers.
Yeah.
And if they give me exactly.
Right.
I think that's why we review things in a different way. And if they give me less nits to pick,
sure,
then I'll probably have a better time with the show.
Right.
So you're going to check out season 2 also.
I will give season 2 a 1 episode attempt.
Okay.
And if they get me if 1 episode is still good, or is enough for, it enraptures me enough, I will give it a second episode. I will go on an episode by episode basis. Sort of like when you break up with somebody and then you have like a trial separation.
Sure,
You're like, you know what? Actually, let's just take it slow. Let's go easy. You've hurt me a little bit in the past, but I know that there's a sweetness to you, a kindness to you inside.
And you agree to let's have dinner.
Let's do
spend
dinner.
A little time together, right?
And then we'll try kissing.
Okay.
And then maybe like over the pants.
Over some shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you're like,
some hand stuff.
And then you're like, you got a belt. And then I just remove your belt slowly.
God, no,
why are you
belt.
wrapping the belt around your neck? Oh my God, what are you doing, Brandon?
Please
This
no.
isn't safe. Folks,
It is safe when you got a spotter.
when you've got a spot. Yeah.
Boom,
So
nailed
right
it.
here, we want to be very clear in this. We are not saying that autoerotic asphyxiation is inherently unsafe. It's only unsafe when done poorly.
Autoerotic fix. I'm trying to think of the cool.
Are you looking
like,
for?
Yeah, like the
I
short.
thought you were having a stroke. Is what I thought was happening.
I mean, I could be.
I thought you were
with
making
a good
up
enough
a theme song for it.
hey, Brandon. If there was a theme song for autoerotic asphyxiation, what do you think it might sound like? Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah,
That's
there you
it.
go.
Done.
Boom.
Guys, cut that out.
Oh, do you think they will sponsor our show?
That would be great.
They
the National Council for Autoerotic Asphyxiation.
Oh, there's a council.
Oh,
Yeah.
big time. You know, if NAMBLA exists, there's got to be people who are promoting and pushing big autoerotic asphyxies.
Yeah, that
Do you think-
fact.
The
but
asphyxies.
Do you
the
think?
asphyxies.
Do you think the?
Asphyxies.
Do you think the belt manufacturers,
Oh!
however, would boycott us?
You know what? Not used for its purposes, like writing something off script. You know,
Right.
It's not used for that specific
Off-label-
purpose.
off-label
That's what
use,
it's called.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
You
But,
guys,
you know,
it's
it still sells belts, friends.
Yeah, I was going to say it's
still sells
giving
belts.
more. You want more uses for your product.
I think that I'm surprised there isn't a purpose-built, like a safety. You have a ripcord.
Like a
That would
Velcro,
be-
where,
Like-
And this is
like
a
dog
great
collars.
Shit.
idea.
I
Like
should
dog
trademark this
collars,
right now.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
dog collars, exactly.
Brand, this is a fantastic idea.
You have a safety asphyxie belt.
Right.
Yeah.
Safety asphyxies.
Brand, this is out in
Guys.
the world. We have to patent it within 1 year.
It's going to happen.
All right,
Unfortunately,
guys.
I've got a trademark attorney right fucking here.
Well, you have a patent attorney.
I have
is
one
what
of
you
those
mean.
too.
Yeah.
I was talking about Doug. Oh, you're
No.
an attorney too?
Oh, Doug's
Oh, shit.
He's just trademarked with Doug? Okay.
Yeah. He's not a barred attorney other than Fresno, where he is allowed to practice law
Right.
for trademark, which
Brand,
is great.
sometimes I worry they're never listening to me. You don't know enough about me.
No, I really
We'll
don't.
cover
or
it.
me either.
Purposefully.
I got to tell you.
Brandon,
I
I'm
feel
going
like
to give
you
you
don't know me.
Well, that's true.
That's true. If
Doug and I are both going to give you a full earful about ourselves after we play this week's game,
Hell yeah.
Practical Malek.
Ooh,
We're gonna
that's
find
a good
out-
one.
Thank you. Just how much you know about Remi Malek.
Okay.
Guys, question number 1. Let's get right into it.
Let's jump into it.
While a struggling actor in Los Angeles, Rami Malek worked what job to pay the bills? A. Dry cleaner delivery.
Okay.
B. Mortician's assistant. C. Falafel and shawarma sandwich maker. D. Aladdin at Disneyland.
Ooh. I've always had this dream. Let me
Yes.
run up to my answer.
Please.
When I was a single man, I have a former fiance, and we're very much in love.
Right.
And so I can't do this now. But apparently, in Japan and in China, it's very easy for white people to get jobs playing characters because there's a real
not
deficit.
many of us there. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And we're novelties.
And
I'm assuming.
exactly. And so
Yeah.
in the same way that Remi played Aladdin because he is Egyptian by birth.
he is.
That's
indeed.
it, you're pulling me with that, but I think I'm going to go with shawarma because he is Egyptian
Okay.
and not with the obvious
Again,
clickbait.
a little on the nose, but
Of
so is
Aladdin.
Aladdin. They're both a little. Yeah.
yeah,
that
you're a
is-
little clickbaity there.
I mean, either could be clickbaity. Doug, what say you?
I honestly, I can't picture him playing Aladdin.
Why?
Even at Disneyland?
Not
Doug?
charming enough for you?
Yes.
Doug, Remy Malek
Yes.
could do anything.
He's an
awesome.
amazing actor.
You see
but
him turn on that smile and light it up. I think the
Right.
kids would love him there.
Maybe. I'm still.
Or maybe the
I'm not
kids
convinced.
did love him there.
Oh, maybe.
He
maybe.
can show you the world.
I'm gonna go.
Oh,
with,
now all he wants to do is sing.
I like singing
What's
other
he
people's
saying?
songs.
Don't
People
make me
sing-
sing
right.
theme songs for our stupid games. Don't make me sing when I don't want. Now he won't stop.
Did you notice he started a jingle
Yes,
for my law firm
I
too?
know.
And cut himself off.
What is the name of the law firm, Doug?
I don't know, Brandon.
I don't remember what I was doing.
Okay.
I'm in a fever dream, guys.
You really
You
are.
are. I'm gonna go
Doug,
with
add
dry
to
cleaner.
Okay, dry cleaner.
Yeah.
Brandon, you
Delivery.
were right.
Hell
As
yeah!
on the nose as
That-
it seemed. It was falafel and
You know
shawarma
what?
sandwich maker.
I've looked at his hands. He has the perfect shawarma hands. Just
You do have to have the right hands.
You
for
do.
it.
I don't know what
Such
that
a good
means,
point.
but okay.
Doug,
Although,
just trust me.
Although I guess I should. Fast food should have been like an obvious choice
Sure.
for an out of work actor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense. I mean, any of those could have been, but Doug, you would have been right because that was the right.
struggling.
Guys, question number 2. Failing to find film or television work, Malek considered abandoning acting for what alternative career? A. Dentistry. B. Real estate broker. C. Mortician. D. Food truck restaurateur.
Oh, he does have that shawarma background.
He does.
a good
That
jump on the
makes
truck.
sense. Yes.
Yeah.
He learned everything he needed to learn at
Yeah.
that first shawarma restaurant.
But he does love playing with teeth.
Yes.
as we saw with the Freddie Mercury movie.
Yes, with his extra
the
row
giant
of teeth.
chompers. Mm-hmm. But this is before.
It is.
Doug, what do you think?
You know, I have, for whatever reason, always kind of equated real estate, realtors, those type of people as kind of performers.
Okay.
So I could
see salesman element.
Yeah. So I could see an actor thinking that's a good jump.
Okay.
All right, you going with B then, real estate broker?
Yes.
I'm going to go with food truck to stay in line with our shawarma man.
That makes complete sense.
Shawarma man. I'm not going to stop, guys.
Shawarma man making that sandwich
With your hands.
with your perfect shawarma hands. I fell apart a little bit in the end, but you know what?
Just like shawarma.
You
Wow.
proud to be an American. Doug, you're right. It was real estate.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, guys.
Awesome.
Number
Can you
3.
imagine that creep? Him showing up in like his hoodie from Elliot from Mr. Robot and be like, "Hey, just want to know if you want to rent
You
this
barely
apartment.
see. He's freaking out. He's having
Just wanted you to
social
know
anxiety.
That I've got this apartment for you."
Well, that's what it sounded like if Elvis showed up. But
Yeah,
what
I
would it sound
don't know
like
how
if
to
Remi
do
Malek-
review. I can't even conjure him in my mind.
What if a wacky Australian showed up?
No. I've already become enemy number 1 in Adelaide.
That's true. We do apologize to all of our Australian listeners. Guys, question 3. Malek received his first break with a role on what popular television show? A. Felicity. B. Grey's Anatomy. C. Gilmore Girls. D. Alias. I'm going to Doug first on this one. Doug, what's your answer?
You've watched a lot of television.
Oh, my
I
God,
do.
he has.
I really do. I did watch Felicity. Loved it. Even
There's
threw
Joss
it out.
Whedon, right?
Not that long ago. I told you I ran into Greg Grunberg.
Right, of course. Classic Greg Grunberg.
Right. He was in Felicity.
He told us this
Is
story.
he the roommate guy who makes apps now? Kind of husky.
Yeah,
guy.
he was in Lost, and he's a J.J. Abrams
Got
guy.
it.
He's
Got
in
it.
everything
Okay.
J.J.
Got it.
does. But anyways,
What do you think, man?
well, that's the only show that of these that
and
I've
you don't
watched.
remember him in it, right?
I really don't.
Okay. I mean, this could have been a small part. It just said
I know, that's the
a
thing.
role.
I'm
It
going-
could be anything.
It could. I'm going to go Grey's Anatomy because he
Okay.
could have been anything.
Absolutely
and
true.
what's funny is that, like, I was watching Saving Private Ryan today, and you forget how many famous actors are in
Sure.
that movie.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Vin Diesel's in it, Giovanni Ribisi, Ted Danson, Paul Giamatti.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Fun
Huge
fact,
chock
I have
full.
never seen that movie.
It's incredible.
I know it is. I've
It's
just never
incredible.
seen it.
It's an intense film, and it's
Yeah.
not fun.
Right. That's
But,
what
it's
I hear.
Memorial Day, and I
hey,
thought
war
it's
is
the right
not
thing.
fun. But yes, right
So,
now it is Memorial Day.
Playing a
folks.
numbers game, I know that the one with the most amount of episodes
Yeah.
is definitely Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
It's been on for like 85 seasons.
Right.
I think it started with Orson Welles. I think Orson Welles was the Grey of Grey's Anatomy.
Right. No, it will outlive all of us. No
Oh,
question about
hopefully.
it. But guys,
So I'm
it
gonna go
was
Grey's
not
Anatomy.
where he had his first role. That
What?
would have been Gilmore Girls.
Oh.
A show that people constantly tell me is great, but I've never
Him
seen.
and Lorelai
Yes.
doing fast, witty banter.
I'm
Now
told
I
it's
really
loaded
want to
with
know who he
fast-witty
was on
banter.
that show.
On
I'm
Gilmore
not,
Girls?
I'm not super familiar with the show
No.
other than like single mom, daughter.
Right.
I mean, Melissa
and
McCarthy was
the
on it.
Mechanic boyfriend
Okay.
or something like that.
Doug, I will find out, and I will tell you next week.
Thank you.
But before that happens, question number 4. Malek made his feature film debut in The Night at the Museum as which Egyptian pharaoh? Was it A, Semerkhet, B, Shepsekhara, C, Akhmen-Ra, or D, Neferkahor?
Well, I don't like anybody being named whore because that seems.
Okay.
I imagine it's exactly the same thing.
Oh, I'm sure it was in the ancient Egyptian language.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Sure.
Well, and
Why
he's a
not?
modern Egyptian, so he probably wouldn't take a role like that.
Right.
I'll go with C.
That would be Akhmen-Ra.
Akhmen-Ra, yes, that felt because he's Remi Malek. Remi.
Right.
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
It's gotta be.
It makes. I mean, your reasoning is rock solid.
It's
no one can
perfectly
argue that.
sound. Yeah.
Doug, what about you, buddy? Semerkhet, Shepsekhara, Akhmen-Ra, Neferkahor.
Okay, I don't know if Semerkhet's a real name or person. It sounds like an animal to me.
Okay.
So, but I'm going with D. I'm going with D.
I'm going to give you a little hint. Semerkhet was an
That is-
actual
Oh, was it?
Egyptian pharaoh.
Oh, okay,
yes.
cool.
That's a pharaoh.
Yeah, I'm going with D.
With D.
Yeah.
Neferkahor.
Yeah, for Kahor.
No, guys, it was Akhmen-Ra. But I will tell you this: all 3 of the other pharaohs were actual, like, Middle Kingdom or Later Kingdom pharaohs.
Okay.
Aquaman Ra was not, because I guess they were worried about Remi Malek portraying an actual. I don't know who they'd
Big
be offending.
Egypt would be furious.
Big Egypt would be a furious.
Well, here's the thing, though, guys.
Actually, wouldn't it be great